On the fateful night of February 9th, 2004, a quiet college student named Maura Murray mysteriously vanished without a trace along a lonely stretch of New Hampshire highway. Witnesses recall how an ordinary evening turned surreal within minutes, as her car was found abandoned on a desolate road under a starless sky. Maura, known for her composed demeanor and determination, left behind nothing but unanswered questions. The disappearance sparked immediate anxiety in the small community and ignited nationwide curiosity. Rumors spread swiftly. Was it an intentional escape, a premeditated act, or the work of a sinister force? Every detail, from her last phone call to the abrupt abandonment of her vehicle, deepened the enigma. The case, shrouded in ambiguity and perplexing silences, captured hearts and minds, leaving an indelible mark on true crime enthusiasts. Absolutely mysterious. Maura Murray, a 21-year-old nursing student from the University of Massachusetts Amherst, was known for her intelligence, quiet confidence, and a hint of rebellious spirit. On that fateful February day in 2004, she was driving along a nearly deserted highway in rural New Hampshire. The weather was bleak, with low clouds and a biting chill that heightened the eerie atmosphere. Prior to the incident, Maura had been involved in a minor car accident, a seemingly routine occurrence that was strangely tinged with tension and unanswered questions. She planned to attend her classes and return to her dormitory, yet on that day, everything went inexplicably awry. When her car was later discovered abandoned by the roadside, the scene was disturbingly calm. No signs of struggle, no hurried footprints, only a solitary vehicle and an overwhelming sense of mystery. Family members and friends, remembering Maura as a warm, driven individual with hopes and aspirations, were thrown into shock and disbelief. Local law enforcement initiated an investigation immediately, interviewing witnesses and scouring available surveillance footage. However, every promising lead appeared to vanish into the night. The sparse, isolated setting combined with the silence of that winter day set the stage for one of the most perplexing vanishings of modern true crime history. Authorities combed through Maura's academic records, phone logs, and travel plans, further obscuring the enigma of her disappearance. Following the discovery of Maura's abandoned car, investigators launched an exhaustive search of the surrounding area. Local law enforcement scoured the quiet rural roads of New Hampshire, interviewing residents and highway patrol officers who recalled seeing her vehicle. Surveillance footage from nearby gas stations and security cameras was meticulously reviewed, yet no clear evidence emerged to pinpoint her whereabouts. Despite initial confusion, early theories surfaced, suggesting that Maura might have intentionally disappeared or been coerced into leaving her life behind. Experts noted that her actions in the hours preceding the incident exuded an unusual calm, possibly the signature of a premeditated plan. In the ensuing days, search teams combed through dense woods, icy lakes, and roadside ditches, returning with only vague sightings and ambiguous phone records. Investigators encountered significant obstacles due to the vast, unpopulated terrain and the sporadic nature of physical evidence. Maura's family reported inconsistencies in her personal documents, fostering speculation that she might have been planning a radical transformation of her life. Nonetheless, her reputation as a dedicated student and dependable friend left many perplexed by these sudden changes. As the investigation advanced, several intriguing leads emerged. One critical clue was an unexplained phone call made from her cell phone minutes before her vehicle was abandoned, hinting at the possibility of an external influence. Another promising lead involved a series of emails sent from her account to an unidentified recipient, suggesting that she may have been in contact with someone unknown. Law enforcement also explored a theory involving a cover-up, speculating that an accident might have been concealed to protect a particular individual's reputation. But concrete evidence remained elusive. Forensic experts turned their attention to Maura's car, analyzing every nook and cranny for traces of unusual substances or foreign materials. Detailed reviews of her academic and social records revealed subtle behavioral shifts in the months leading up to the disappearance. Despite tireless efforts and a rapidly expanding pool of potential leads, every new discovery seemed to branch into further unanswered questions. The investigation, mired in a maze of digital and physical clues, slowly evolved into a labyrinth of conflicting narratives, leaving detectives more frustrated and the public increasingly desperate for clarity. Over time, the case transformed into a media spectacle that captivated true crime enthusiasts nationwide. Amateur detectives joined forces online, piecing together fragments of evidence from obscure records, while official investigators maintained a cautious, measured approach. With each passing day, the mystery deepened, and the community's hope for resolution dimmed, a haunting enigma that refused to yield its secrets. As the investigation wore on, strange details began to surface that deepened the mystery surrounding Maura Murray's disappearance. One of the most puzzling clues was the unexplained phone call made from her cell phone shortly before the car was abandoned. Some speculated that this call may have connected her with a shadowy figure, while others argued it was simply a malfunction of a distressed device. Furthermore, a series of cryptic emails sent from her account emerged in the days following her vanishing. Emails that hinted at secret plans and personal turmoil, yet provided no clear answers. The lack of physical evidence only added to the confusion. Forensic teams discovered traces of substances inside the car that did not align with Maura's normal lifestyle, prompting investigators to consider whether these anomalous findings could be linked to an unknown assailant. In interviews, witnesses offered conflicting accounts of what they observed near the time of her disappearance. While some remembered a lone vehicle speeding away under unusual circumstances, others claimed they saw no such oddity at all. Such discrepancies led to mounting theories about the possible involvement of a third party. Online communities and amateur sleuths pored over every minute detail, developing theories that ranged from a planned disappearance to an elaborate cover-up involving multiple conspiracies. One theory posited that Maura had orchestrated her own vanishing as an escape from personal demons, while another suggested that her disappearance was the result of an unexpected encounter with a dangerous individual. Adding to the perplexity was the remote, almost desolate nature of the area where she was last seen, a setting that provided few witnesses and little forensic evidence, making it incredibly difficult to determine what truly transpired. Even as official investigations stalled, alternative narratives gained traction on social media and in true crime forums. The convergence of digital breadcrumbs, conflicting eyewitness accounts, and unexplained forensic anomalies compounded the mystery, transforming Maura Murray's vanishing into a modern enigma that challenged conventional investigative methods. After years of relentless investigation, the mystery of Maura Murray's disappearance remains unsolved. Despite countless interviews, forensic tests, and theories, the truth about that cold February night continues to elude everyone. The case has left a lasting impact on the community and true crime enthusiasts alike. While some believe Maura staged her own vanishing, others are convinced that an unseen hand was involved. Each theory, no matter how compelling, has failed to provide a definitive answer. The unanswered questions keep the memory of Maura alive in the minds of those who seek justice and truth. As new evidence occasionally emerges and old leads are re-examined, the enigma only deepens. Ultimately, Maura's disappearance stands as one of the most haunting mysteries of modern times. What really happened to her remains a question that may never be answered.